In this video, I'll be sharing with you a requested tutorial on how to cut this asymmetric hemline scoop neckline blouse. To start, here is my pattern paper and I've gone ahead to mark out my basic measurement, which includes my shoulder to bust, under bust, waist, and also my blouse length. I marked 10 inches from my waistline, but I'm going to still extend it at the lower part. So you can go ahead to measure where you want this blouse length to stop, right? If you don't want to use 10 inches after your waistline. So after that, I placed my tape and I measured 7 inches after my waistline to mark my hip point for this dress. Now, after marking that, the next step I'll take is to start drafting. So here I'm going to mark my shoulder divided by 2 and I'll come down by 1 inch. I'll mark a basic neckline of 3 inches, come down by 3 inches. Although I'm not using this, I'm just going to use it as a guide to mark out the shoulder that I'll be using for this pattern. Now, I'm going to connect from the shoulder all the way to my shoulder slant. Sorry, from the neckline to the shoulder slant. And I'm going to find my chest line, which is my bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. And I'll draw a straight line at that point. Now, I'll mark my shoulder divided by 2, place my ruler and connect, drawing out a straight line. Now, after this, I'm going to divide what I have at the armhole into 2. I'll divide the armhole into 2 equal parts and I'll come out by ½ inch from that midpoint. Now, I'll place my tape and I'm going to mark my bust circumference divided by 4. Now, connect from the midpoint to the upper part and from the midpoint all the way to the chest line of my pattern. Now, after I'm done marking this, I'm just going to go ahead to mark my dart for this pattern. I'll start by marking my nipple to nipple divided by 2 on the bust, under bust, waistline, and I'll be taking this dart all the way down to help me cut out the lower part of this pattern. So after this, I'm just going to place my ruler and I'm going to outline from my waist to my under bust and from my waist down to the lower part of my pattern. Next, I'm going to divide my neckline to the shoulder point into 2. Now connect it to that point. After marking that, I'm just going to go ahead to start marking my darts. For my darts, I'll be marking 1 inch on both sides. Now, if you're plus size, please go ahead to use 1.5 inches on both sides. Or if you're a bit busty, use 1.5 inches on both sides. I'll mark that as at the under bust and waist. The waistline, I came down by 5 inches for my darts, which I connected all the way to the waistline. Now, I'll place my curved drew, connect from the bust to the under bust, and also repeat this at the other side of my pattern. Now, I'll be using a shoulder dart of 2 inches, which I'll mark 1 inch on both sides. So when I'm marking a scoop neckline, I prefer using a shoulder dart. Is easier for me to work on the upper part of this pattern, right? And I'll go ahead to extend this all the way up. It's as simple as extending your dart leg all the way up. Now, I'll mark my bust circumference divided by 4. Now, the dart I'm going to pick is going to be the dart that is closest to my overburst. So I don't want to have an excess at the bust area of my pattern when I'm joining it to the back pattern. And if you notice on the bust area, we didn't take out much dart there, right? So that's why I'm just going to pick a dart I have here and I'll replace it by this side, which is just ½ inch. Now for this pattern, you don't need much sewing allowance. 1 inch is okay. Now I'm going to mark my under bust circumference divided by 4. Measure this dart intake, replace it and add my sewing allowance. Here I'm going to mark the waist circumference divided by 4, measure the dart intake, replace it and add my sewing allowance. Now on this part, which is the hip line, I'm going to mark my hip circumference divided by 4 and I'll add my sewing allowance because the dart did not cut across that part. Whatever I have on the hip line, I'll extend it down to the length of my dress. Remember, the full length of this dress is like adding 10 inches after your waistline. Although this is not a standard, you can go ahead to measure where you want this to stop on your own pattern. Right now, I'm just going to go ahead to connect from the waistline to all the way to the lower part. So why I said you should also measure yours is that people's body differs. Like, my shoulder to waist might be shorter than my waist to the lower part, while some people have very longer upper body. So it's best to measure yours. Now I went ahead to mark my bust dart. Now, to get your bust dart is the difference between your shoulder to waist in front and your shoulder to waist at the back. My shoulder to waist in front is 17 inches, while my shoulder to waist at the back is 15 and a half. So if you take out 15 and a half from 17, you will have 1.5 inches. I'm going to transfer all these measurements I have here now all the way to the other side of my pattern. Now, to draw out the scoop neckline, place your tape and determine where you want it to start. So I'm using like -3 inches from my shoulder, and I'm going to mark at that point. Now I'm just going to connect from this point all the way to the lower part of my pattern, which is towards the armhole of this dress. Now, after I'm done connecting at this point, I'm going to start taking this down. So there's always room for readjustment if you're not okay with what you have at this point. So I came up by 1.5 inches, right, which I will now go ahead to connect. So you can go ahead to use 1 inch, 1.5 or 2 inches, depending on how revealing you want that to be at the neckline area. So this is what I have at this point now. Now, the next step I'll take is to go ahead to work on the lower part of this pattern. Before doing that, I'll just do little readjustment at this area of my pattern, and this is what I have. Now, I'll just go ahead to use my tracing wheel to trace this out so that it's going to appear on the other side of the neckline of this dress. I'll go ahead to open up my pattern. What I'll now do is to go ahead to blend out my dart and then follow the marks I have from the tracing wheel when I drafted this pattern out. So I'm not okay with what I have, so I went ahead to like blend out that area and clean off some parts and then redo the neckline again, because the result I have is not really what I want. So just like I said, there's always room for readjustment before cutting out on your actual paper, on your actual pattern, if you're not okay with what you have. So after I'm done reconnecting at the neckline area, I'll go ahead to connect this all the way to the armhole. So let's work on the lower part. So from this point, I came up by 1.5 inches. So I'll start connecting this down. So I marked extra 2 inches at this point, and I'll take this all the way towards the other side of the dart. From the hip point line, I went up by 3 inches, and I'll start connecting this all the way to the other side of my pattern this way to create that stylish hemline. So from this side, I came up by 2 inches, and I'll go in by my sewing allowance first. So from here, I'll draw a curve. I felt like one side of the hemline by the side is slightly shorter than the other one, and I'll go ahead to reconnect. So after this, I'll just go ahead to cut out my pattern. So at this point, if you have any question, go ahead to ask. Now I'll go ahead to trace out the pattern, and when cutting out the part that has a bust dart, please go ahead to also blend out and cut out. Now I'll also go ahead to cut out the rest of my pattern. I don't want pull no trigger. I just want me, what's up going place? I don't want no wahala, no wahala, no wahala, no wahala, no wahala, no wahala. The last time that I checked. After I was done cutting, this is what I have for the front upper pattern. Now moving over to the back pattern of this dress, I've gone ahead to mark out all the measurements that I need, which includes the shoulder to bust. Now my shoulder to waist at the back is shorter than that of the front. Go ahead to take your measurement and then mark extra 10 inches for your blouse length. But I also marked my hip line, which is 7 inches after my waistline. Now I'm going to mark my dart. To mark your dart is your nipple to nipple divided by 2, and I'll go ahead to place my ruler to draw out a straight line at that point. After marking that, I'm going to mark my dart. For my dart, I'll mark ½ inch on both sides of my pattern, come down by 1 inch here and measure about 5 inches down. Now I'll place my ruler, connect this all the way up. After connecting, I'll connect at the other side and then connect this going down to the dress, to the dart leg at the lower part, and also connect the other side. Now I'll insert my measurement. I'll mark my bust circumference divided by 4 and add the sewing allowance. Mark the waist circumference divided by 4, replace the dart intake I took out and add back the sewing allowance. Here I'll mark the hip circumference divided by 4 and add my sewing allowance. Now I was supposed to take the measurement all the way down, which I forgot, but I'll be reconnecting that later. So I took the measurement, I connected the measurement from the bust to the waist and from the waist to the hip point. So I'll be taking down the measurement much later, right? So from this point now, I'm going to come down by ½ inch and connect this all the way up. This is because I don't want the lacing to be popping up at the back of this dress. I mistakenly came up here instead of the lower part of this blouse, but I'm just going to go ahead to reconnect it later. So what we'll do is to skip this part of the pattern. Now I'll move to the part where I marked out the lacing. So I'm going to mark the space for the back. You can use 2 inches, 1.5, 1 inch for your lacing. This totally depends on what you want to do, and I'll place my ruler to connect. After I'm done connecting, I'm just going to go ahead to make a dot to indicate that I have a lacing. So I'll go ahead to cut this. So while cutting this part, that is where I realized that I was supposed to extend my pattern all the way down, just like we have at the front part of this dress. So what I'm going to do is to use my sellotape to hold this back as one piece again. Now I'll come up by 1.5 or 2 inches here. Remember, when I was drafting the front part, one part was 1.5 inches, the other is 2 inches. So what I'll do is, when I'm drafting out one side, after cutting for 1.5, I'll reduce it by ½ inch, making it 2 inches at the side. I'll go ahead to cut out the side, cut out the lacing area, and then cut out the darts on this pattern. After I'm done cutting out, I'm done with this pattern, and this is what I have for the back.